Hello and welcome back to more Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, where last time we investigated the virtual world to try to solve the murder of Miyu, and based on the deductions we made, it seems like this one's shaping up to be a pretty decent class trial. Hopefully. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But first, because we spent so much time with Himiko, we gained a new skill, and that new skill is called Abracadabra. What does this do? This, after enough time, the correct truth bullet will be shown. I was hoping to be something useful because, in case you haven't noticed, my problem in these games has never been figuring out which truth bullet is correct. It's always been navigating the bullshit that is the non-stop debate, gameplay mechanics of the flying words and the white noise. So sorry Himiko, your ability is useless to me. We don't really need anything else, because we're kind of all set. Like, we have everything that we need. I think the one thing we said we wanted was upshift, in case, if we had enough, skill points remaining, which now, of course, we do. So we'll buy this, just because I hate how slow the cursor moves, so we'll put that on. And that's all we need. I think that should hopefully be the final adjustment, unless Maki's unless Maki's skill that we gain after we finish our free time events, later this week is just amazing. This should be our finalized skills list. Hopefully. Anyway, now that's all said and done, just one final check to make sure we are, in fact, still on the hardest difficulty. Let's begin! No, we don't need a basic explanation. Oh, hey! Oh my god, they're becoming self-aware. They finally realized that explaining how the class trial works every goddamn time is worthless.
You need more?
Shut up.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. That's fine.
This is weird.
Daddy? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
I feel like Monokuma's apathy right now is a perfect indication. It's like a perfect representation of just my mindset throughout this game. Because I'm just so done with it. It's like, yeah, fine, whatever. He's the killer. Who cares? Just get me out of this game.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here!
Oh my! Himiko has become It's true!
Shut up.
Now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit!
What? Say that to my face!
I think you just did.
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
No, you moron, because the murder happened inside the virtual world.
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Miyu.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
The fact that Kaito was the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit, he can't be. He wouldn't... That doesn't matter. So the logic is, he could have freely moved around the computer room with no one noticing him. But that doesn't matter because the murder happened inside the freaking virtual world.
By himself. You was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
What?
Kaito, culprit?
No, he didn't poison her. That's not the cause. No, that's not the cause of death. The small bottle. No. First of all, the poison bottle was on your chair. So let's start there. But also, that wasn't even the cause of death. So, what are you talking about? She did not. He didn't. The cause of death wasn't. I don't know which one works better. The fact that the file proves the cause of death wasn't that, or the fact that the freaking poison bottle.
Kaito, culprit?
Oh, for God's sake. The fact that the Monokuma file proves that it wasn't, the cause of death wasn't poison, or the fact that this poison bottle was found on your chair. But of course, before we can figure that out, we have to get past all the stupid flying words and the white noise and everything else that makes this gameplay absolutely awful to deal with. And go away.
Mew wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
For you.
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
No, it was for Kokichi.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Suffocation, strangulation, I guess is the better phrasing. I guess the killing game itself would work.
This is it.
Because that's like that as a uniform thing is what caused her to die.
Death was the killing game simulator itself.
Because like she didn't, yeah, she died because her avatar died and so she died.
Your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
Mew received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Mew was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
That'd be the toilet paper, which was she was strangled to death with that.
Oh, it seems like Gonte is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into two groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, that NPC Kaito,
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
and the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Mew.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up.
Oh my god, Kokichi, just because Miyu's dead doesn't mean you have to take her role.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Oh, for
Let's
God's
begin.
sake. The fatal damage that Miyu received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down. Well, that's easy. It's the she died by strangulation. Okay, what can we use to prove that? File, poison, corpse. The corpse itself would prove that. I was gonna say we use the toilet paper, but no, just the fact there's no external injuries and the fact that where her hands were placed. And just everything about this would prove that she died by strangulation. I don't know what I need to know.
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
No, stop. Just get out of my face.
I think strangulation is more likely.
Yep, there we go. Oh, for God's sake.
Pushed from a great height.
I hate this gameplay. It's so bad. Oh my god, just 3 more class trials. Just this one, Chapter 5 and Chapter 6, and then I'm out. And I'm done. And I never have to do this ever again. We're getting so close. So close to the end. Yeah, go away. Get out of here and then throw it. There we go. And if you need me to prove what specifically was used to strangle her, then I got that locked down. Toilet paper.
Mew's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Mew was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she's suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Mew was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh, The assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
Shut the hell up. That has no impact on anything.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
If Maki ends up killing Kokichi, I'll just like check out for the class trial. I'll be like, yeah, no, you can go. You can go do your own thing. You've done the world a huge favor by eliminating Kokichi from the equation. I'll just be like, yeah, no, I'm gonna take a sick day for this class trial.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
It's funny because you know a lot about nothing.
But was there even a rope in that world?
Well, there wasn't a rope, but there was a roll of toilet paper which couldn't be broken.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Something for a rope. I have an idea of what it might be. I found it during the investigation, and it would be this toilet. Wait, where was it? Oh, here it is. Toilet paper.
This is it.
You know, if you told me when I played the first game that one of the murder weapons was going to be toilet paper, I'd have laughed in your face. But leave it to V3 to prove me wrong.
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
Oh joy. What does Gonta have to say about this one?
What you mean, Shuichi? Huh? What's wrong?
What, wrong? Shuichi goofing off. Not gentlemanly at all.
Okay, can you get to the point, please? We don't have all day here. Rebuttal Showdown. I will say it's like I said, this one's pretty fun to play. It's nice to finally be able to play. What do we need to use to? I don't. Oh no. It's nice to finally play Rebuttal Showdown and actually enjoy it. Why can't I use toilet paper?
In place of rope.
If you're gonna say because it would have torn open, then I have the Killing Game Simulator to prove you wrong. Nope, nope. Because objects don't break in the Killing Game Simulator.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable. Unbreakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta.
Oh, shut the hell up. I don't understand how anyone likes this character. I don't get it. I do not get it. What is it about peculiar Nagito and Kokichi that the world just loves with an undying passion? I don't get it. I don't understand. What is it about these characters that make the world go crazy about them?
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
Well, at least he knows how to admit when he's wrong, so there's that.
Okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Because it would have sloped down the roof of the mansion, crossed the Pac-Man border, and over to by where the chapel was.
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it, to destroy the evidence.
If the culprit meant to get rid of the evidence, they did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Miyu, obviously. We already know who brought that hammer. The person who brought the hammer was Miyu. I thought we already established this. This is clear.
Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
Miyu brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? She needed it to kill Kokichi. Obviously. Because she planned to meet him up on that roof. which is why she teleported Kaido out of the simulation, because he was also up on the roof. I guarantee you we're gonna need this. So obviously him teleporting off the roof would make him the most suspicious.
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer.
By the way, the increased cursor speed is almost completely unnoticeable.
Brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone
Yep.
and tried to
Yup.
kill them with it.
Is pain. Oh my god. Yeah, but it might be like obviously it has to be faster because I put on the thing, but it's not anything noticeable. It's like a hair faster than it used to be.
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Take a shot in the dark, buddy. What do you think she was planning to do with it? Luigi's already figured it out. She was planning to kill him.
That's it! She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Mew's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. Psych Taxi already? Alright. Let's get the show on the road. Psych Taxi, we are starting in the desert this time, as opposed to the sort of Ultra Despair Girls-esque background we started at previously. Give me some things. Okay, honestly, I might consider, if we have enough skill points in the future, it might be worthwhile to get the, to get that thing that allows us to pick up more than one letter cube at a time, just to make this go a little bit faster. Because it's enjoyable, just, you know, to take a relaxing drive through the environments or whatever. But you know, who tried to kill Kokichi? I'm guessing. Yeah, because the last thing is Kokichi. That second word is definitely tried. First one's probably who tried. Yeah, who tried to kill Kokichi? Okay, who tried to kill Kokichi? And the answer is Miyu. Yeah, I mean it's nice to take a relaxing little drive, but you know, in the interest of, because these trials are way longer and way more bloated and way more dragged out unnecessarily in this game than they ever have been. So anything I can do to try to make the game go by faster, I'm gonna take advantage of it. So hopefully, I mean, if I have enough skill points, then I'll get the thing that makes me pick up more than one at a time. But we'll see. Who tried to kill Kokichi? Like I said, the answer is going to be Miyu Aruma. So let me choose my option, please. Where are my choices? Give me choices. Thinking game. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. What are my options? Just let me control the car. Let me control the car. Where are my things? Okay, gotta stay middle of the lane. Middle lane. Middle lane. And welcome to the party, buddy. This is your cash cab experience. Or whatever. I don't know. Next question. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm ready for the next question. Give me the next question. I'm ready. Next question. Let's not hit the wall. I took my hands off the controller for a second. We weren't going quite as straight as I thought we were going to be going. Okay. No idea what this is yet. We have barely any letters. Let's get a few more letters before we can take a educated guess. The last thing is kill Kokichi. Who was Miyu? Where was Miyu trying to kill Kokichi? Yeah, it's trying to kill Kokichi, and the only qualifier we can put in the first slot is going to be where. So where, I'm guessing? Yeah, where was Miyu trying to kill Kokichi? Okay, yeah. Like I said, this isn't exactly hard, because that's the thing. We can usually... No, I think we've been able to consistently deduce what the question is going to be long before we actually, you know, put together all the letter cubes. So I think the faster we can get through this, the better. So if we can get that skill point eventually. Oh, by the way, the answer's... wait. How specific... Okay, the virtual world. Yeah, I wasn't sure what the answer was going to be here, because was it going to be like Was it going to be, like, where within the virtual world, as in, like, on the mansion rooftop, or was it going to be a more broad sense of, like, in the real world or in the virtual world? Also, one of the options, I don't know if you saw it, but one of the options was, was freaking the afterlife, for some reason. Okay, so what's this question going to be? I have no idea. Poison, maybe? Bottle of poison on... Ow, sorry, buddy. That's a big old crash right there. Okay, sorry, buddy. Sorry, I'll pay for the damages after I escape this terrible game. Sorry, I was focusing on the words. I wasn't paying attention to the road, which is my bad. Bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat. Why was a bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, I think? Yeah, that makes sense. That would make sense. Why would there be a bottle of poison there? And the answer, obviously, would be to make us think that he died by poison. When Miyu still thought she'd be able to kill Kokichi, the plan was to trick us, to make us think both that he died in the in the real world, and make us think that the cause of death in the real world was by poison. So, I don't know how you're gonna fit that into a very short, succinct answer, but you know, we'll see what the game has in store for us. And oh my god, okay, this is getting on my nerves. This is also why is that an image that I have to look at. So they keep putting the oh my god they keep putting the lines of letter cubes in conjunction with where cars are, so I have to skip out on the letter cubes to actually not hit the car. So I figure I have enough time, so I may as well tank the hit by the car so I can get the letter cube. The first time is actually my bad, but after that, it's misplaced, no hidden evidence, no. I guess divert attention is the closest thing we're gonna get. But yeah, the first time I crashed, that was genuinely my bad. But after that, that was me making the conscious choice of like, hey, it's better to just take the time loss and crash and still get the letter cube so we can try to get out of here as fast as possible.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real. She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
Is there an echo in here?
She did that too?
What? Miyu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
Oh, and do pray tell what you think is weird about that. Oh, this I gotta see. This I gotta see. What do you think is weird about that? Go ahead. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. Show me what you got.
When could Miyu have put the poison there?
Oh, okay. I need to prove when. Easy. When she was, because she was the last one to log in. No, I can't agree with that because this contradicts that.
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out,
Say it.
then Miyu couldn't have placed the poison.
Yes, she could have. Oh, that's such. Okay,
That's wrong.
I got lucky there, but that's still bullshit that it appeared after. Okay.
It was Miyu who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Miyu was the last of us to log in.
Also, I'm sorry, we were not in there for over 5 hours.
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That's right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Miu's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
Thanks for catching up, Kokichi.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Miyu used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
She used her cell phone. How did Miyu log Kaito out? She used her... where is it? Cell phone.
This is it! It was the cell phone found by Miyu's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Miyu never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion.
Hey, in order to prove my point about how this thing will happen to you, I'm going to be the one who orchestrates the thing to happen to you, even though it will never happen to you outside of the fact that I've done it to you. You fucking moron. This doesn't prove shit. All it proves that you're a conniving little asshole. It doesn't... Oh my god. I hate this man. He's worse than Nagito. I don't care what happens in Chapter 5. He's worse than Nagito. I never thought I'd see the day, but he's worse than Nagito. Because at least Nagito, I can't believe I'm gonna say these words, but at least Nagito, I think it actually physically pained me to say that, but at least Nagito believed that what he was doing was genuine. He believed he was doing it to help people. His methods were busted as hell, and he was a complete moron who had no idea what he was doing. It was a walking contradiction, but at least his heart was mostly in the right place. This man is a demon. He has no concern for anybody. He doesn't care. He's a terrible person. He's not smart. He's just overall a terrible person from every facet of a human being's personality. He's awful.
Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting.
Then why did you bother?
Don't you
This
agree?
man.
Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Jack...
Oh, shut up.
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
Is it though?
What you mean?
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know.
But we still could have done it.
She
We've
wouldn't have been able to
done
learn about
stranger
the
things.
world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
Yeah, but we still would have had the stupid red bear, whose name I already forgot and don't care about, telling us exactly how it works, because he would have done the analysis on the program, so it wouldn't have mattered.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Well, she had more control, but again, the transcript is unfalsifiable, so whatever she said, if it contradicted it, it didn't really matter.
And the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend.
Oh my god.
See? That's an ideal fun situation. Now we can start a real class trial.
I'm like seconds away from saying the words, I miss Nagito. Why are you putting me in this position to say I miss Nagito? Why are you doing this to me, game?
Hey, Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a cat!
Oh my god, I don't care.
There, I did it.
He's complete!
Shut up.
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well,
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
Lies, lies, lies.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
Isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting.
Lies, lies, lies.
You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locks the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Well, if you were the culprit, which I know you're not, but if you were the culprit, lying would be of great assistance to you, don't you think?
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
You fucking... Oh my god.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game.
I hate him. Every time he opens his mouth, I hate him.
Hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
If that's the case, then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true, but first we need to determine if Miu was actually there or not. Did she go or was she never on the roof at all? Well, I mean, we heard Sumigi saw Miu by the mansion, so that's a starting point. And we heard the giant noise from on top of it.
Miu was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Miu should have been.
No, she wasn't. Because Sumigi saw her at the mansion.
Miu must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Miu pass by the window.
She's finally useful to the story.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Miu.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
From the Pac-Man portal.
Must have been some special method only Miu knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out.
Yes, it is.
Called a secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
Oh my god, he's worse than Nagito. He's actually worse than Nagito. I didn't think it was possible.
Say, we can't just rely on Shuichi all the time.
That's literally, that's this game in a nutshell. It's just relying on Shuichi all the time.
This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
Which doesn't happen ever. It's always on Shuichi.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Miu used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. I just have to figure out what it was. Well, that's easy. She used the Pac-Man portal walls. So, do we have those in our... Yep, wall added by Miu, right down there. Give me that.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard needed.
use some kind of vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
I mean, kind of.
Place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get
Yep, hidden route.
I suppose it is possible she used it
I
to change
agree.
places.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Hmm? Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass
Don't
through.
be naive, Shuichi.
Oh, joy. Let me guess, he's gonna say, oh, well, Mew's not an object, in which case I'll just show you the parameters assigned to her avatar to demonstrate that she was, according to the Killing Game Simulator.
Nothing to do with it.
You don't even realize your mistake? You losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Please tell me it's because she's not an object. Please tell me that. I'd love to hear you say it. And if you are gonna say it, then I'll just get Mew's avatar ready, because that'll tell you definitively that she is qualified as an object according to the Killing Game Simulator.
You got from the chapel to the mansion, so why waste time talking about the impossible? It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through.
Yep, you're gonna say it.
Humans
I'm ready.
aren't able to pass
I'm ready. Give it to me.
So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go
Give it to
through
me.
the
Say
wall.
it. Say the words.
Just an object.
Yep, there we go.
I'll cut through your words.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you. The more you try, the more you cause us trouble.
Just gonna hold up a giant mirror in front of those words, buddy.
So totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
I want a scene where Maki feeds Kokichi to a bear.
It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Mew said...
You lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall. She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you don't have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't.
Shut up, for Christ's sake.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
There wasn't what? There was no hidden. That's just wrong.
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you see that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shit!
Ah, jeez. You're cute.
Was Kokichi saying all this stuff about me to get the Cubs to reveal something? Wait, let me make sure I didn't misread that. There was no hidden route in that virtual world. we know that's wrong. We know that this series of events literally could not have transpired if this statement is true. It has to be a Pac-Man portal. I guess you should think, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
Now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason.
It's a Pac-Man portal.
We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
Alright, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing.
Let me guess, the loud clattering noise we all heard?
Remember? That thing that means...
Yep, it's the loud noise we all heard. It's gonna be the loud noise.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
And now you finally understand why there literally has to be a hidden route there, because that wall links to the other wall as a portal system, explaining how the sound can travel between those walls but not the loading system. Or the loading zone.
Hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
Something hitting the chapel wall. Yeah, it was like it slid off the roof of the mansion through the wall, through the invisible portal, and then crashed against the wall of the chapel or something like that.
We definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
I don't think Kokichi knows how to actually feel emotions.
Did you see it, Shui?
Is it, what, are we talking about? Oh, right, I forgot about that. She's probably talking about the signboard that we saw that was swept up against the rocks, which only further proves my point about how they're linked between the two ends of the map. Oh my god, okay. So it's going to be... Oh, mine, okay. This is fun. The only thing is I don't know... I don't know where the thing I'm looking for is, so... This could be anywhere in theory. I'm just gonna start... Oh, that's not it. That's an image of the kitchen. That's not the signboard, it's gotta be somewhere else. It's not down... Maybe it's up here? No, that's an image of a different part of the map. Yeah, this is the problem, is that I have no idea. Unless... Is this a signboard? Oh, it is! Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be a picture of the actual signboard, not an image... Not a screenshot of where we found the signboard. Okay, that makes this... make a little bit more sense, and I'll just take the time penalty to break away all these. Actually, can I select it now? Nope. Okay, gotta get rid of these three first, and then I'll select it. There we go. Yeah, so I was looking for the actual image of the signboard itself, not a screenshot of where the thing was found. That's what threw me off.
You were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river. We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Alright, here we go. Oh, another Psy Taxi? Okay. That's weird. Usually... Oh, they move now. Oh, they move now, do they? Oh, joy. Now the letter cubes can move. Oh, joy. Okay. We might need to get some skills for Psych Taxi. We might need to get a lot of skills for Psych Taxi if they can move now. If they can move, that makes this a whole lot more complicated. Signboard swept away. At which point was the signboard swept away? Okay. And that was me. In case you're wondering why I crashed, that was me looking at the words and not focusing on what was on the road ahead of me. Anyway, yeah, so it's usually when they do mini games like this, it's like one type of mini game per thing. They don't usually put two of the same things in the same section of the trial. It's a bit different, but it's fine. We can do it at the Psych Taxi. Oh, and the answer at which point isn't like the position, because it was swept away in the river. Yeah, river. Okay. So yeah, I wasn't quite sure what the answer, what type of answer you wanted for this, but yeah, it's gonna be the river. Okay. Next question. Yep. Okay. Here we're coming up on the next question. Yeah, it's very strange that we're coming up on the, or we're doing this a second time. Oh, they're moving again. I forgot they move. No idea what it is. Can't guess based on those few. Although they really move now. Oh, Jesus Christ, they move a lot. Oh, good Lord almighty, why do they move so much? Okay, don't hit the car, we're fine. End of the river. Where is the end of the river? Where's the end of the river? Okay. So the end of the river would be where the chapel is. So, and then, so it's just gonna be like, is the next question gonna be like, okay, so asking me where the end is, and then gonna be asking me either where it starts or where we found the signboard, and then we link those together, because there's 4 phrases instead of 3 this time, so I'm guessing we're gonna link those together in the 4th question. The 3rd one's gonna be like where it was found or where the beginning is. All right, the end of the river is chapel side. So don't mind if I straddle up on the right lane. And welcome to your cash cab experience, where we have 2 more. Also, we don't have enough room in the car for a 5th person, because we have 3 right now. We're gonna get another person in phase 3. When we get to phase 4, we're kind of out of seats when we get to that point. So, yeah. No idea. We don't have enough letters to deduce this one yet. Sign something. Oh wow, there's a lot of things here. After it was swept away, where was the sign? Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? I'm guessing is where this is going to be. Okay, where was the signboard found after it was swept away? I'm going to take my time to get as many of these as possible. Never mind, we're going to screw them past them. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away is what this is going to be. Okay. So maybe we don't need to increase the amount of letter cubes we have, because clearly they're going to start adding a lot more letter cubes to the later Psych Taxis if this one is any indication. But we might need to do something about just try to see if we can modify Psych Taxi in some other way. I don't know what all the other Psych Taxi skills are, but we might want to double down on those, because mine is pretty easy. We don't really need anything for that. We already have everything we need for Mass Panic Debate. Rebuttal Showdown is always going to be easy. This is the only one where we might want some additional help. So we'll see what we can do about that for the next trial. Okay. And where was it? Oh, the answer, by the way, is the mansion side. It was swept. We found it by the mansion side. So yeah, there's that. And now, for the final question, what's it going to be? Okay. Oh, this is a narrow pathway. Okay. 1-lane road, huh? Okay, we're just gonna, really? Are we gonna get them, like, in, oh, really? 1 at a time? Painstakingly slow pace? Okay. Oh, now it's widening up. Oh, they're diverging. Okay. Which way? Currents afloat. Oh, which way? Oh, compared against the river's current, which way did the signboard float? Or compared with the, or something. So, basically, comparing against the current, which way did the signboard float is what we're getting at here. In which case, the answer is it went against the current, right? Oh, compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? Okay, yeah, that's what it is. There we go. That's nice. And almost there. We're going to diverge again. All right, there we go. Called it. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? And the answer is that it went against the current. So don't mind if I just, which, right, give me my options. Against the current. Fall right in line. And there's our Oh, I guess, oh wow, we just shoved them into the far back. Okay, well, there we go. We got it. Nice.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river, then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off.
Kokichi, please, I beg of you, use a single brain cell to think about how this connects to what we were talking about a second ago. How do you think the signboard got there from the river? How do you think it connected from the right side to the left side? Almost like it passed through the wall and came looping around. Kind of like what we're saying Miyu did, you fucking idiot.
All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
I'm trying to explain to you how they connect.
How?
A wall only
How they literally connect.
Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know, but
God.
Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi?
Ah, well, what we know so far is the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
What clue is related to the unnatural way the sign was carried in the river? The wall itself, I guess, is what we're trying to prove here. 'Cause that's the whole, like, it all revolves around the wall. Like I said, I already explained the method through which they pass through the wall.
That only objects can pass through.
But that was a weird way to segue into presenting that.
The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through,
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
It literally has to be. Nothing else makes any sense. It has to be that. That's right, that's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that? It literally has to...
Shuichi,
Oh.
your partner will give you hints in times.
No, I do not need hints from you.
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Will you fuckers give it up already? Stop thinking logically, lol. Could you might be honest? No. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river. How did the signboard pass through? No, what? It's okay. Oh my god. Okay, they connect, obviously. What? Okay, it's not common sense you throw out the window. It's internal world consistency, because it did not take much it didn't take much brain power to come to the conclusion that I came to. That was basic common sense things of, hey, if this point goes that way and it comes around here, they must be connected in some way. It must be a warp zone. That's basic common sense things. What Kokichi's trying to say is don't think about reality. Like, well, sorry now. What we're trying to say here is don't think about how the real world works. Think about the internal consistency rules of this virtual world, and then compare it against that. But what the writers want you to think when they say that is low common sense. Pfft, who wants logic in their lives? Don't think about this stuff. Just consume product and get excited for next product. These writers.
Both ends of river connected?
exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all...
Shut up, for fuck's sake!
There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
You people are not thinking clearly here. A case.
I got it. I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
Yeah. The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls are the same wall. Yeah, they're the same wall.
That's it.
I thought that was implied when I said that it was a warp zone.
The walls by the chapel
Or a Pac-Man loop or whatever.
aren't separate. They're the same wall. The same. It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch! If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
The secret, huh? I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. Okay, I guess we're gonna close things out with a Hangman's Gambit. Okay. LDOR. Wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. World, and then we need L. Okay. World loops. Hold on. Wait. World. That's not. That was not a W. Is it? Does this count as a W? I mean, it's an M, but is it supposed to be upside down? Okay, that's bullshit. That's okay. It's upside down, I guess. So it's the world. The world. Give me that. The world loops. So where's another? Okay, there's an L right here, and then I need 2 O's. There's 1 O right there. Give me an O. Give me another O somewhere. I don't see any O's here for now. Okay, I need another O. I need another O somewhere. Okay, there's an O here, and a P here, and then an S here. The world loops. The world loops around.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop. Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example,
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
the character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Thought she was gonna say Pac-Man.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream, and floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
It's no different than Pac-Man.
Wow. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the nap loading point.
It wouldn't have to. It travels through the walls. What do you...
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes. But first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
Okay, so if you want to know where it's, like, obviously it's tied to the loading zone, because if you can hear something through walls, then obviously sound can travel through it, so it would start here, if I can line it up properly.
There! The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. But the loading point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sound emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Impressive, Shuichi!
I hate this man so much.
For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
Christ.
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
That's literally what he is.
Nope. Mew pulled the strings.
No, this whole thing is your whole plan to manipulate Gonta into murdering Miyu is your plan, because you knew about Miyu's plan ahead of time.
Mew also set this. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap.
Yes, but this is still your plan. I mean, not the map thing, but your...
Thanks to Shuichi.
The murder... If you recall, the murder of Miyu was what we're talking about here, and that was your fault.
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
And Shuichi, you saved us.
You're welcome.
What can I say except you're all useless?
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaido on purpose. There's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Miyu. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve if we can't find the culprit. It would all be for nothing. But I still don't know who for sure it could be. I think I know. Who used Miyu's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Miyu? Well, the person who used her own plan against her is Kokichi, but the one who actually took her life is, I can guarantee you, it's Gonta, because he's the only one who would be capable of being manipulated by Kokichi out of all of us. Okay, I'll be perpetually surprised at Spike Chunsoft's ability to take an intriguing, clever murder concept and make it slow, boring, monotonous to actually decode in the form of the moronic, stupid class trials that I hate so much. But, you know, at least the mystery itself is intact so far. That'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one to catch you all tomorrow for some more Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Goodbye.